It's just different.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Fair Exchange Podcast. Today we got a special guest, Danielle, in here today.
What's
and
up?
and we got regular ass Shaq in here.
Fuck out of here. All right, so before we start anything, since we getting a male female perspective on this episode, for those who listen to Back to the Basics, you kind of heard us kind of be like on the male side most of the time, and talking to Danielle offline, you know, she had her feedback, and we wanted her on here ASAP to, you know, fight her case for the women out there. But real quick, when it comes to scheduling, who do you think is on time more, men or women? Take your time. Take your time. We don't need no rush.
Oh, y'all starting fresh out the gate with some.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Don't talk to me because I'm late to everything, so I'm wrong immediately. Like I got nothing on this one. 'Cause I'm late to everything.
All right, so tally one for us.
Hey, don't get me wrong. It be some late ass niggas. Oh, but some funny shit regarding that. I seen some shit that was like, if black people on time, that mean they ain't staying long. So that shit kind of like correlates to the whole thing. So I don't know.
Or you just text that one nigga you know they're gonna be there early, just be like, oh, who in there already, so I can just like maneuver my way in that bitch.
If you ask who's there, you don't want to go.
Right. So, Danielle, introduce yourself to the people. You know, is this your first time on a podcast?
This is my first time on a podcast. Yes.
All right, bet it ain't gonna be your last. I'm just telling you that right now. So, you already know this conversation is gonna be funny as hell.
My name's Danielle. I don't really I've never done anything like this. Like, I rant a lot. Like, if you know me on social media, then yes, you know that I have a lot of opinions about things. But I've never actually been on a podcast to express them. So, but yeah, I'm just your regular run-of-the-mill girl, just out here living, trying to survive in California, paying these high-ass prices and trying to enjoy the weather as much as I can. So that's me.
No Kenny know about that shit.
Expensive as fuck.
Fuck that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm excited, but I had some rebuttals for your past podcast. So yeah.
All right, so you know, whenever I guess we'll get started. So the topic, what was it, pertaining to group chats with men and women, and we came to the conclusion, obviously, that we felt like men are probably a little bit more caring, but
Incorrect.
What?
Dani is ready to fight that.
Incorrect.
So please.
Let's hear this shit. I would love
to hear
this.
Okay, so now, will I discredit male relationships and friendships? No, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
But to say that men build and like nurture better friendships than women, absolutely not. Like, women are naturally better nurturers. Like, we can grow and sustain relationships better. To me, like, I feel like if you put any woman in a situation, she's gonna grow and nurture that relationship better than a man can. And I don't fight me on it, whatever. I'm here to listen to other opinions on it. But even in our friendships, we nurture our male and female friendships way more than men ever nurture the other way around. Okay. And I feel like men grow relationships out of necessity, ego, or out of the fact that you guys share a common thread somewhere. not necessarily because you want to grow and nurture each other. So for me, it's like, does that make you a better friend necessarily? No, because it's usually a give take type thing when you guys do form those bonds.
So
Okay.
let me ask you this: who hates on each other more, men or women?
I feel like men hate like from the side. I really feel like when y'all flex and do all that ego stuff, like I feel like it's totally different than what women do.
I will
Like
give you
women
that.
will be in the group chat, like, yes, send me that picture. Like, girl, you look good, your hair's good, your everything's good. Like, oh, you're in a relationship. Oh, I love that. Like, I want to hear that for you. And men, like, I feel like y'all might boost each other up, but it is subtle flexes because y'all have your ego to protect. So it's a little different with y'all.
Have you seen like? Yeah, well, I can only speak from like my point of view. Like me, Shaq, and a couple other like people. Like we in a group chat, and we get the just checking on y'all boys. Shit, like we do shit like that all the time. Like we check on each other. Somebody having like a relationship issue. Like it ain't like a red flag. Hey, we don't talk about that shit in here. Like nah, like ain't nothing and is off limits. So to be like, and I feel like again, I'll say it only happens like that when you, as we're older now. I'll say that I will give you that. Younger in a group chat, you there's a bunch of dumb shit and trying to like be better than the next dude.
Or if you even say the word love or care in the group chat when you was 19, it was like,
Nah, that's gay.
right,
That
yeah,
shit out
like,
here.
like that nigga Shaq weird. Like, all right, bro, don't come to my house no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you hungry?
See,
Don't
that's why
come.
I feel like it's different because, like, I feel like, yes, having in a healthy male friendship, then yes, it could be different and it's progressed and grown past like the norm. But I feel like women are just better at relationships, like, rather it's a friendship or anything else, because we are natural nurturers. So, like, we are used to and basically bred to nurture relationships in that way. So even like in male female relationships, we get that way where we're like here for our male friends in a different way than we would be like just anybody else. Like I think it's just different because women have that like planted and seeded in us from the like jump.
So, okay. And I agree 100% with all of that because at the end of the day, women are the nurturers in society. But there's this narrative that men are just, ego filled, prideful, all that shit. So, what do you feel like would be a way to like change that narrative moving forward? Because I feel like more men are open to expressing care for their fellow homies, homeboys, whatever you want to call it. So, without feeling judged, I mean, how do you feel like? What would you like suggest? I'm not saying like obviously we can't be like women like, hey bro, like you look fine as fuck today. Like we can't do shit like that. It's just weird. Like at this point in time, like we can't do
Wait,
shit.
before I let me go any further, I'm gonna say this shit right now. That it's impossible for us to do that shit
We can't.
because it's deemed as weird off the rip.
Y'all put that on yourselves though.
No. That's society is doing that.
Okay.
Cause it's no bullshit. If you like, depending on like what is said, I'll say that you be like, yeah, but damn, my nigga, like you got the cut today and all this other shit. Like if you over, like how y'all overdo it, if we do that shit, y'all like we get side eye. Like what the fuck is going on here?
Right.
That's a natural thing. That's not even a men thing. Women will look like, what the fuck is this?
Okay, I feel you on that. Like it's a level. Like I feel like you can't go overboard the way we do. But I feel like you can compliment another man like if that's your homeboy. Like I feel like there's no Shaq. What?
Oh man.
Like no, you can't hit your guy up in the chat like you look fine as fuck today. Like no, you can't do that. But I feel like you can
That shit would be
compliment
so
someone.
funny.
You can compliment each other. Like I feel like that's like if your dude like he's been looking busted in the chat for like the past week and he finally gets a haircut, you could be like, you know what? Thank God you got that cut. Like that's a good cut. Who's your barber? Like just like the way you word it could change. Like no, I don't expect to see
you gotta
y'all
watch
in the
how
chat,
we
like,
say everything.
you look good as hell right now, my dude. Like no, you're not gonna say that. But like
women send nudes to each other in group chats. And
and
we got it lucky. Like I will gladly take that and be like, I'm happy to be a woman because I love seeing it. Like I love getting those like texts. But yeah, y'all can't do that. I'm sorry. Sorry for you. But you guys have like the patriarchy works for you in every other way. So let us have that one thing.
No, I just that's just hilarious.
Yeah, y'all can have that shit.
Yeah, you keep that. I wouldn't even want to be that close with my male friends.
Well, no, I mean, you guys are not as aesthetically pleasing as the female body. I am sorry. So I wouldn't want males sending me pictures either. So it's fine.
No, we just some big stanky motherfuckers. Like trust me, like I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like
what?
Scary motherfuckers. Like
I didn't go that far. I just said we're more.
I said it. Shit. Like who the fuck gonna see that shit?
That's funny though.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. You gonna get a picture sent to your phone. The shit need to be clean and but
yeah, I do respect your view on that though. Like I just thought it was funny because the common like shit is that we just be in there just talking about a bunch of dumb shit. Like we don't like check on each other or we really don't give a fuck about each other unless you like family or what have you. And that's completely false.
I don't believe that. I believe men like do care about their friends. Like I don't feel like you guys lack in being able to do it. My beef was just like saying that you guys necessarily are better at it. I think it takes a lot of maturity and growth for you guys to get to that point when women kind of naturally navigate that way. Do you get what I'm saying? Like we're kind of bred to be that way from jump. And men have to kind of grow to get to that point with their friends. Because even earlier you mentioned how earlier group chats when you guys are like younger, you're talking about whatever. You're not checking in for real. Like it's kind of just, but I think like as a woman, like we're just used to that because that's what we're kind of brought up to be like check in and figure out if everybody's okay. Like what does people need? Like, so I think it's just a little different.
Okay. I'll take that L on that one. And I don't take L's lightly, but I'll take that one. We have to grow into that one because, especially depending on where you're from, like that puts a whole different, like especially like inner city and then from being country, like it's different. Okay. So I'll take that one. I'll take it.
All right, look at that progress.
Ooh, I felt the shade being thrown.
It wasn't. No, come on. It wasn't. That was legit.
Like a shot was thrown.
No, no.
So
I do my shots like front face shots. I don't do like the back end stuff. So y'all know if I'm shading for real.
I'll give you that.
Shit. Like let's take hair for example, right off the bat.
Hold on. Wait. We got to be careful with this one because
no. I'm just saying, but I'm not.
She already done came at my throat for this one, boy. Like
no, I'm not saying like it ain't nothing bad. What the fuck? Wait, what did you say? Like,
y'all hit that barber conversation.
Oh
like,
no. We gonna talk about that. Most definitely, we definitely gonna talk about it. This is right after this, though.
Okay.
So the fact, women do hair and men cut hair. Like that's the thing, or women can even cut, or both, vice versa.
Oh, y'all lost, but I'm gonna save my shit. I got something for your ass. No, go ahead.
Vice versa, but
y'all lost.
If a dude is it's more supported, like when women are doing anything cosmetic related. I've never seen somebody hype up a barber, ever.
Nope.
Wait, what do you mean? Because if a dude finds a good barber, he feels like he's dedicated to that barber. So like I see them
Yeah,
promoting
on a
that
personal
guy.
level, like not like if I've never seen somebody on Facebook be like, "Go check out my boy. He can haircuts like this."
Because y'all men be so worried about, oh, that's gay. That look gay. Like I'm not about to like hype him up. I'm not about to like do like that's y'all fault. That don't have nothing to do. Like, yes, you can hype your mans up just like anybody else, but y'all don't compliment each other. Y'all don't give each other praise the same way. So like that's really on y'all, not really because no one is trying to patron that business. It's because y'all don't give the credit like that, because y'all don't compliment nothing, because it's not cool, it's not whatever. I don't know, like
Self-inflicted, apparently.
I mean, okay, do y'all disagree? If y'all disagree, I want to hear why. Fine, but like, I just feel like, I don't see a lot of men hyping up anything on any social media like that, unless it's their own stuff.
No, if personally, like if I like some shit and I feel like other people would enjoy the shit, I put it out there. That's just me. But
Okay.
That
as a
was
whole,
that was
probably
and
not.
that was before we even started doing this shit too. Like we would go back and forth even in our group chats about, yo, check this out, check that out, check this. You know, we
Like anything from music to
art.
clothes,
Yeah.
art, shit like that.
But do y'all take that to social media though, and like
Yes.
say, I'm
Yeah.
gonna hype up my barber, or I'm gonna hype up this artist,
Well,
or
not my barber,
whatever?
because I can't. So the thing about like we in unique. Well, if you in a unique situation, like you don't know nobody out here like that, most of the time, your barber, all your people that know him already, there's no point. I'm not about to be like, yeah, come see Kurt when you come to Panama City. Niggas don't come down here. It's trash. But no, for real, like, niggas don't come down here, and they damn sure not gonna come see Kurt. They probably gonna get a cut from their barber already. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like it's always it's like situational. It's weird. I get what you're saying,
Yeah.
but and then the funny thing about y'all, I've never heard anybody say like they recommended a barber to somebody and then they trash talk the barber. But I have heard women shit talk hairstylists a lot. Like,
See, because
this
we
bitch
got a
wash your
lot more
hair.
going on. Like I know
What's
y'all cuts are serious. Like I get that. I don't like I've seen
uh-huh.
messed up cuts before, so I get it. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
serious.
Mm-hmm.
But we have 80 million different styles: weave, wigs, sew-ins, braids, silk press, like all this
Which
other stuff that.
which brings me to my point.
Go ahead.
You can't say that our haircuts aren't more important, because y'all motherfuckers could just get a quick weave in or a wig and y'all be good for a few months. We gotta get
If
a
they
haircut
did,
every week and a
if
half.
they did it well, that's the thing. Like you,
But you're going somewhere already that's gonna do it well. You're
let me
not
tell
going
you right
somewhere that's
now. Let me
well, you
tell
in
you right
California,
now.
so
Right,
this is
exactly. Let me tell you right now. This is a Wednesday situation, and I'm already ready to take it out. It's been 3 whole days basically, and I'm ready for it to go. But this is what I'm saying, like finding somebody who knows what they're doing, like getting it together, like whatever. Because if I'm lazy and I don't feel like doing it myself, I gotta try to find somebody to do it. But
yeah.
situation, I'm just settling because it's like, well, I need the convenience right now of somebody else to do this.
Oh,
So,
like about
if
that. My bad to cut you off. Go
oh
ahead.
no, go ahead.
So just to clear it up for people who don't like, we had this conversation about like, is it harder? Like, the women don't know the struggle of like finding a barber, and her rebuttal is about the women finding somebody to do their hair, which I understand.
I don't.
For
They
I
can have a
mean,
weave
like,
in for like 3-4 months and that shit still look the same from the day they
and
put
you
that
just gotta
motherfucker
hit the
in.
edges.
If they did it well, if they
Which
did
is
it well
most of
the
the
first
time.
time, no, it's not.
Okay, check me out.
Go ahead,
So
Have
go ahead, go
you?
ahead.
if
I know y'all seen messed up weave. Like you
Oh,
are in
absolutely.
Florida. I know you've seen terrible weave. Like you can't tell me. Like I know you've seen terrible weave. So you can't tell
Hey,
me.
I didn't say shit. I didn't say shit.
I said it. I said it. I said it. At me. I said it. If you, I know you've seen terrible weave. Where you're at. It's humid. It's gross. I know you've seen terrible weed. So if that person didn't do an A1 job, that humidity will tear that shit out immediately. Like you can't fix that with some edge control. I'm sorry, you cannot.
So check me out. Check me out. So you get a bad hairstyle done, right? Mm-hmm. You can get that shit fixed that day. If a haircut is fucked up, you gotta live with that shit for at least a week and a half.
You can't get that fixed the same day. Okay, this is the thing. I will say I agree with you guys that women have more options. So if something is fucked up the first time around, we have an option to fix it. Like we have more options to fix it. Y'all get a bad haircut. No, you can't throw a wig on. Like that's not how that works for y'all. So I will say,
you know who our friends are? Like no fucking way. Like.
So I understand, like, yes, you don't have the same options to fix it, but as far as finding someone to trust with your hair, I feel like it's the same thing. Like the way, because you would go to somebody and your hair will be coming out, like, and that's devastating for a woman. Like you get somebody who burns your shit off because you're trying to go for a silk press and they are using a flat iron and burning your hair off. Like it's people who does that.
But y'all have wigs.
Yeah, we have wigs, but have you seen some of the wigs? Like just because the option is there, it doesn't make it a good option.
But we don't have that option. I can't wear a do-rag to work. If somebody patch my shit, I'm fucked. I'm done. That's it. Like done. Like you can't. And then I don't have the head shape to be bald, Danny. I don't.
The shitty thing about that is it may not fucking grow back. Like depending on what happens.
Bro, there's no guarantee that ours is going to either.
But you got a wig to cover that.
You can there's an option.
That. What is it that Tory Lanez use? Y'all can use that.
I don't even know where to find that
motherfucker's rich.
Exactly.
He probably bought somebody else's scalp.
Y'all have options. I don't know how good they are.
I ain't seen no dudes making $40,000 a year with that doing that shit. That's all I'm saying. So like, I ain't seen it yet.
Cause I was like, I know y'all got the spray on, whatever. I don't know what that.
Man, you start sweating, that shit is gonna run down your face like mascara.
Let me see. LeBron does it.
He's also rich as fuck.
Yeah, I don't personally know anybody who does it.
Exactly. Because it's not a common thing to do.
No.
Okay, I said I agree that we have more options. We can fix it. I agree. I agree. I'm just saying I feel like the importance of a good barber and a stylist are the same. Though the options, yes, are way, way less for men than they are for women if something goes wrong with your stylist or barber. Like, yes, I get it. But the importance of finding a good one's still the same.
We just gonna have to take the tie on this one. I'm not taking a L. No sir.
I'm damn sure not taking a L.
That's fine.
If y'all got wigs available, hell no.
Have y'all seen some of the wigs? Like, come on. Like, just because it's available, that's just like dating. Like, just because someone's available, that doesn't mean that's like the choice you should go with.
Danny, I seen girls out here with hair like Tommy Pickles and put a quick weave in. They shit different. They look like a whole different person.
The fact women have makeup, we ain't got none. Like if we ugly, we just ugly. That's it. That's your ass.
Like facts. That's it.
Makeup is scary. I don't.
Makeup is very scary. You can't.
Okay, so are beards. Like I'm not gonna lie, beards and hats will fool somebody every single time.
The hat thing, you definitely get around that, but the beard thing, I'll take that.
It'll change a whole face. Like you will literally wake up to a new person if they like get rid of the beard.
That's probably terrifying. That's probably equally terrifying as the makeup shit.
Yeah. So that's
beards ain't waterproof though. It's waterproof makeup. I've seen it.
It is, but that's terrible for your skin. Like that's a whole different problem. But I feel like the catfishing, I've been catfished by a beard. It's very possible to be catfished by a beard.
When he had a beard, when you met him, did he cut it off?
And he was a totally different person.
And he was like...
It's possible. Like men will
Put that
use
shit on a
that
hanger.
beard.
Before you went to sleep, like, yeah, shit.
It's
Motherfucker
possible.
steam his beard in the morning. That's
That's like a fucking horror story. First of all, like, this is shit that like complete your face. Like, no matter how your facial hair grows in, it like is for your face. And then like without it, like, no, fuck it. I can't see. No. Then it just to surprise somebody, like, look, I cut it off. Like that's not okay.
No.
That's not okay.
I feel like it's weird to like wake up to a completely different person when their makeup is off. Like I get that. Like I have no argument with that one because I feel it.
I need to see that person.
What else I thought about? All these what the fuck is it? The waist trainers, and then they got fucking
they got pants.
It's like panties that like with holes in the ass to put your ass cheeks in.
Yeah.
What the fuck? You do know somebody's gonna find out eventually. Like this ain't your ass. Like,
to put something in your drawers to make your ass look fat. I take them off and they look like this. I should whoop your ass. Sorry. You deserve your ass. That's some bullshit, and that's catfish. Like that's the new catfish for real. I'm like hell nah. I'm like your ass like where the fuck she get that from? Like nah, that ain't hers. Nope, it ain't her.
It's real dangerous out here in 2021 because you got men with fucking toupees on,
fake beards.
I've never seen a fake beard. I've seen the fake hair in person, but I ain't never seen a fake beard.
Definitely seen a fake beard.
That's hilarious.
It's a thing out in California. They will definitely get a fake beard.
That sounds like some California shit.
Absolutely terrible.
Weirdos out there.
Exactly. So fake beards.
I can't imagine it. Dude, I couldn't do that because I'm friends with people like Shaq. Like, I couldn't do it. Like, no bullshit. And he couldn't do some shit like that around me either because I look at that shit and be like, dude, what the fuck? What are you doing? If I'm going bald, I'm just cutting my hair off. That's it.
I think that's the responsible thing to do, but a lot of people don't feel that way. I feel like dudes are doing like the weird, like, I feel like dudes get body work done too. They just don't talk about it as much. Like
California, probably.
Okay, I'll be honest with you. I do not feel like Drake just lifted and got like buff all of a sudden. I feel like he got some body work done. I'm a very like I'm on board and I will die on that hill. I feel like Drake got some body work done. I don't care. Like
I ain't never paid attention.
I mean, you're probably not because you're a guy, probably not. But I feel like as a woman looking at like natural progression of a body, and I'm like, never been super attracted to Drake, but I follow Drake. Like, and I feel like he got some body work done.
You've obviously had this conversation with your homegirls before, so I kind of want to know how this went.
Because men don't talk about it, but now it may not be a regular dude thing. Like, yes, a girl can go to like DR and get a BBL and be on her way the next day. But I feel like
they'll probably die next week. But that's
probably. But I mean, yeah. Whatever risk you want to take with your body is on you. But I feel like Drake got some work done. I feel like if you don't feel like putting in the work to actually like lift and like be whatever, like men, not all, but a lot of, especially celebrity men, them niggas will try to stay young or stay whatever for a very long time. And you telling me that they don't have, like, with all that money and resources, they're not getting body work done?
Hold on. She said Drake got anchor arms.
Put them motherfuckers on and blew them up. That's funny as shit.
I mean, I'm serious because like, even like the Twitter rumors was that Jack Harlow got work done on his face. And I feel like men get work done a lot. It's just they don't talk about it as much.
Yeah, it's not as accepted. Yeah.
I mean, true, but that doesn't mean y'all don't get it done.
No.
Jack Harlow did look like a little nerdy motherfucker with curly hair when he was a kid. But he was like 13, 15, like...
Nah, it was like something from like a 2-year period from now. And they were talking about like his whole face shape is different.
That's like That's like
Because
all celebrities.
you could get fillers, and so you may not have like some legit body work like I believe Drake has gotten done, but you can get like fillers and all sorts of other stuff. So I feel like men do it for sure. Y'all just don't talk about it as much. Just like I feel like
Listen,
regular dudes are spraying on their hair, and they don't want to talk about it.
that's
I've,
tough. I've been
I've never
asked to do
heard.
it. No.
I've
But
never heard of a man just saying like. Now I have seen like I don't.
One another thing about this shit is it's so weird how they hit you with the you got to be confident in this and this,
Yeah,
but then when you are a black man, you are confident, and all of a sudden it's flipped. Then you arrogant, and you be like, "What the fuck?" Like you told me I was supposed to be confident with this shit, and as soon as I do it, now you're on my ass. Like, no, you're a little bit too confident, buddy. You should slow it down.
it's
So
the same thing with women too. They be like, "Oh, she a bitch,
so
she a
much
hoe."
every
exactly.
Like,
time, every
nah.
time. Or they're
So
always trying to humble us in general. Like no
right,
matter what accomplishment we have, it's like, oh, you
angry,
should be humble. Like
right,
you shouldn't boast, you shouldn't whatever.
right.
But it's like
Hell, fuck that.
exactly like
Yeah,
but
that's
when we say that, we are the bitch. We are the whatever. We're aggressive. We're this, we're that. So I think it's just like if you have melanin, they will find a way for it to be a problem regardless.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've seen it. I see it every fucking day, but
Also, I'm gonna go ahead and say this, and motherfuckers need to start doing this shit more. Black men start protecting black women. It's it's about that time. If you don't do it now, start, my nigga. For real, I'm talking to y'all personally. Start doing that shit now
And
because
hold each other accountable, because
yeah,
that's the shit
absolutely,
that like deads me every
yeah,
time, is that like if you see something out of pocket, like hold another person accountable. Like don't dap this person up, don't be like laughing in the group chat. Like it doesn't, I don't care what you do in your own personal whatever, but like make it count where it needs to
right,
count. So like you
yeah,
can't be like, oh, I'm gonna protect black women like out in public and whatever, but in your group chats
right,
and shit, you're just like laughing it off and whatever. Like it doesn't work that way.
yeah,
So I feel like accountability is super important.
most definitely. I like it because for me, it was. I'm not gonna even lie to you. At first, I used to be like, yeah, this, and this, until like I really start like put it into like if this woman was, if this woman was my sister, if I said what I said, like how would I feel?
But it shouldn't have to be. See,
That's what I'm saying. But it should be
that's where
that
I always have an issue, because everyone's just like, "Oh, think if it was your mom or your sister or what." Like, you shouldn't
right.
have to. It shouldn't have to be
Exactly.
a woman related to you for you to have empathy and to think like, "Okay, this is some messed up stuff." Like, and I should not condone this. Like, I know it's dangerous. Like, I understand people having reservations when it comes to like stepping into certain situations, because it can be deadly or dangerous to a person. Like, if you see something happening out on the street, you are taking the risk of putting yourself in between like a domestic situation or whatever the situation may be, because you're trying to protect a black woman or a woman in general, but it goes left and you're putting yourself in danger. And I get people having second like guessing about that,
hmm
but I feel like sometimes it's just as simple as just like not waiting until it's something you can relate to. I feel like people only do something when they can relate to it. And I feel like it shouldn't take you being able to be like, oh, if this happened to me, or if this happened to my sister or my mother or whatever, just be a human being and say, if it happened to someone, this sucks to be happening to someone.
Right.
right,
And I should
right,
hold this person that's doing it accountable, or I should hold myself accountable for allowing it or condoning it or whatever. And I feel like a lot of people don't do that, because if they don't think of it in relation to, oh, my daughter or my sister or my mother, they don't give a shit. And I feel like we're
yeah,
still human. Like I don't have like you, even if you don't have a daughter, or you don't have like you don't have a relationship with your mom and you don't know her or whatever the situation, like I'm still a human being, or the person you see on the street is still a human being. Like and you know the difference between right and wrong. So why should that stop you from just being a decent human? So I don't know.
Because people are pieces of shit. Just like the cut and dry ass. People are pieces of shit for real. Like the shit you see or they'll say, or if they would like the real. What I realize about people is they are the exact person is the shit they would do if they knew they would never get caught.
Oh, yeah.
And you'd be like, you slimy motherfucker. Like you like the average, like some people just be like, just minding their business, going through life, taking care of it, taking their lumps as they take it, and be like, okay. And the other motherfuckers like, man, if I can, just steal all this one person's money, and you be like, damn, you think about shit like this all the
Yeah.
time? Like you should be ashamed of your fucking self.
Yeah, people will be trash. Like if you give them the opportunity, they will more than likely be trash. But that's why, like, I feel like it's just important to, if you're that one person who's not trash in your friend group, or you're that one person who just finds that you actually have a conscience and you're like, all right, I don't like how this is going, like, hold people accountable. I feel like the problem is that we don't hold people accountable. We either sweep it under the rug or we just laugh it off or dismiss it when it should be something taken more seriously. Because people are going to be trash. Like there's no way around it. Like you can't change that. But within your personal groups, I feel like why are you friends if you're not holding somebody accountable? Like what's the point of that type of friendship if you're just a yes man and you're not letting that person know like, yo, like you're fucked up or you're wrong. Like,
Oh yeah, if my people ain't challenging me, I don't want them around. I need to be
exactly.
challenged, not just by like family. Like I need my homies that I'm talking to on a regular basis. Like yo, like tell me if I should change something. You know what I'm saying? Like do something different. I had my boy Alton. My boy Alton. We had him on the show. He sent me some meditation shit. I've been trying to find out how to fucking meditate for like the last 3 years. He sent me some shit that I listened to for like I was like 5 minutes into that shit. I turned it off. I ain't gonna lie. I got nervous because the shit was working. For real, for real. This shit was, it was like a new experience. So I was like, hey, bro, I was like, I'm gonna have to ease into this one a little bit, but he ain't have to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just, if you ain't got people like that around you, like, hey, it is what it is. You're just gonna be like, you kind of just gonna be stuck. And I hate being stuck. I hate that shit. You're just doing the same thing over and over, same mindset over and over. Like, it's just trash. Like, people just so comfortable with being like, comfortable, I guess. I don't know. It's just,
I
it's
feel
just
like
weird.
we should get in, like, people in general should get in the habit of really giving people their flowers. Why they like real, all like no, not even on some like real far out shit like this motherfucker's writing books or some shit. Like, dude, somebody taught you how to do some shit, or like they got you out of a situation and like give them their flowers because they ain't have to do shit for you. And it just be like you get so caught up and you feel like some people be feeling like they that's supposed to happen all the time. You be like, I
Yeah,
don't know. People just be out here moving weird, like weird as
yeah,
fuck.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's
So,
the issue with people. It's just like I think majority wise, we're always gonna run into that issue. Like people are gonna be for self only. They don't care
mhm.
about holding anybody accountable because they're like, look, it don't affect me, so I don't give a shit about it. Or you're gonna have just people who don't value what is in front of them. So no, they're not giving people their flowers. They're not anything. They're just moving through life how it benefits them. But I think it all just starts with like your self work and figuring out how to be the best person you can be so that hopefully that pours out into other people.
That's true. All right.
Boy, good luck with
So,
that shit.
right.
No, I was
I got, I got one more topic. One more.
Okay.
And Kenny, I told you about this. Best friends in relationships. Danielle, elaborate on that for us, please.
Are
You
you
said you don't agree.
asking
You said you don't
can?
agree with it. You said you
No.
don't agree with it.
No. I
Okay.
don't okay, I will say I feel like your significant other has to be your friend.
Okay.
Completely agree with that. As
Right.
far as best friend, no. Cuz I feel like that's when people start losing their individuality, and you have to be a complete whole individual person in your relationship. And I feel like as soon as you start intertwining, like, oh, that's my best friend, my spouse, that's my everything, you lose who you are in general. So for me, I need my partner to be my nigga, like we are like this, but I have my own best friend over here. When I need to get away from you or I need to talk about you, then that's where I'm going to my best friend. Like we
Okay.
aren't gonna be like, I think it's a line you have to like draw, because I feel like when people start throwing their everything into that, it becomes an issue.
So you feel like the word best friend is like used too loosely?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I feel like it becomes to a point where it's dangerous almost.
Hmm. Who
So
that in the
no,
background? What up?
so no bullshit. I just talked about this yesterday with my fiance. Like, and it came up because, like, you see couples out in public and shit. Say, like me, I like Jordans and shit like that, and then they'll be out, and then you'll see like the woman or so wearing Jordans. It looks so fucking uncomfortable. It'd be like she doesn't really like this shit.
The
She's
matching
just
J's.
conforming because that's what you like. And that shit burns me up. Like, if you don't like something, don't do it. Don't try to just, like, it's okay to indulge in it a little bit. Yeah, but if you just don't like it, let somebody know. Don't try to conform. Be like, well, we in a relationship, so I gotta like these things. Like, that's not how that shit works. And I see it way too much. The shoe thing is the most common shit, and you can just tell. Like, he just like this.
Especially with Vans, because Vans don't come wide. So if you got these wide ass toes and some narrow ass Vans and your shit up in there like this, boy, woo, just to impress your boy, ooh wee. Talking about, babe, I need a feet rub. Ain't nobody tell you to put them goddamn Vans on. I'm not rubbing shit.
That's
Fuck
why I
that.
feel like I'm gonna do
Nope.
different things with my best friends than I'm gonna do with my significant other, and vice
Yeah.
versa. Like I feel like there has to be a line. But my main thing is that you just lose that, like that's where you get the people who are just like, oh, I can't do shit with my friends unless my boo comes. Like I don't like that type of
Yeah,
stuff.
that's
So
weird.
I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
like
yeah.
when people become so like, that's my best friend, so he should be able to come on our girls' nights. Like, no, nigga, like
Yeah.
no, like you're
Yeah.
not coming on our girls' night. Like, I don't care how much I love you or if you're my friend, like you can stay at home, like have a guys' night or do something else. Like, I feel like there has to be a separation between, I don't like, I want my spouse to be my friend, to be like
Hmm.
my partner, to be with me in things, but no, you don't have to be my best friend, because I feel like I have best friends. Like I have people who have been with me before you got here. So those are my best friends. Like I feel like there's a different level to that. And I feel like once you start trying to mix it, that's when things get weird, and you try to include them in things that they don't need to be included in, because you still have to be an individual person outside of your relationship.
I also thought about one other thing too. The word best friend is used so loosely, right? But all my best friends, I haven't fucked none of them. Just saying.
Well,
Don't think about that too hard. I haven't fucked any of my best friends. So I
that's
thought about it
also a
like
thing.
that too. I'm like, okay, yeah. Because best friends, that shit's off limits. Most of my best friends are females, and they always come to me with their dude problems and shit. And never, yeah, they're attractive, but I'm like, I look at them more as like sister type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be that male that they need to, call and vent to real quick. But that should it either get ruined or you pretty much just gotta jump out the best friends situation and be like, I guess we talking now. Like, I don't know. It's just
That's why I feel like it's weird because I feel
I
like
feel it.
in a lot of situations, people throw out that like, "Oh, that's just my best friend card." Like, no, that's just the person that you're trying to fuck eventually. And so for me, like, I feel like that's a very loose
Yeah,
thing
that has to be
that,
Y'all niggas hear this.
redone.
I hope y'all
yeah,
niggas hear this. I hope y'all
because
niggas hear this.
I do too, because there's a lot of people who like to play that role because they feel like eventually somebody will be vulnerable enough to let them slide. So I
Yeah,
think it's
nah.
just
Men
like,
and women are fucking predators or slimy shit like that. They'll know that you in a bad relationship already and be like, "No, we like this. This is my brother." You're like, "Look
I'm
here,
just trying to be here for you. I know you're going through stuff right now.
and vice versa. Men do it too. I've seen it.
Oh yeah, I've done it.
And but
Not to my best friends, but like
yeah, people
not to my best
are
friends, but like
trash. People
yeah,
are
but not
trash.
nah. People are trying. Not to my best friends, but I've done it. Like damn, girl, he hurt you again.
but then
I
then
told you.
you get some kind of hope because there's like actual men and women out there. Like my best friend forced me to be her fucking friend. So like, but
You ain't got no choice. Like
we like years down, like 10 years down, and like still fucking best friends and shit like that. But it's just it you get it's random. It's just random as fuck.
Yeah, I feel like it's just more of like getting to know, like actually going into something with the right intentions. Because I feel
Right.
like yeah, like you could be like, oh, a person's cool, I want to be cool with them, whatever. But in the back of your mind, you're thinking about fucking them. Like that's not how best friends work. That's not how friends work. So if that's your intention from the gate, it's gonna go wrong anyway. And even if
yeah,
you're trying to be friends with them because you think they're cool, if she's coming to you with her guy problems, in the back of your mind, if you started out like, oh, if I could, I would, then it's already starting wrong. So I feel like
I agree.
I've
true. That's true.
definitely tiptoed the line because I've had like guy friends where I'm like, I would. I'm not
We're
gonna
human.
lie. Like I've had, yeah. But
We're
I've
human.
also had situations where I went into it like ain't nothing ever gonna happen and I just want to be friends. And those are the ones that ended up being the coolest, most legitimate friendships because I went into it with the correct intentions. But that doesn't happen often with women and men because usually men are going into it like, yeah, we could be cool because you're a cool ass person, but if you let me, I will. And
There's some
that's just
slimy
like,
women out here too. We not finna
I
just.
personally think women are no. I personally think women are hornier than men. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. Nope.
I agree.
Can't
I
tell me.
wholeheartedly agree with that.
I do. I
I'm not,
you
okay, I'm
can
not gonna front. I'm not gonna front. You're probably right. I'm not gonna front. And I'm not, and we're way more sly at how we do things. I'm not
exactly.
gonna sit here and like play on
Cause
that
y'all ain't
like
gotta
I
worry
do.
about getting like exposed about shit like that. Women don't have to
Fact.
worry about shit like that.
Fact.
We
If a
do.
dude,
Huh.
Because dudes love like front for their homeboys about how they bag somebody, like or like somebody slid in their DMs, or they got some girl who got a man trying to talk to them, or well, like dudes like it's an ego boost for men, so they
That
love
shit
doing
played
that,
out.
especially if she's like a bad chick. Like yeah, y'all want niggas to know that you hit that, or you want someone to know
I
that
don't know.
she came to you on some creep shit. Like y'all
Women do the
want people to
same
know
shit.
that. We do. I'm
Women do the
not denying
same
that.
I
shit.
I'm
didn't
not
say it like,
denying
but
that.
it's just I still feel like that's weird. That's a
It is.
weird thing to be like proud of and to go tell. People do shit for the same like even with the like flexing and shit. Like if you do go buy a watch like a fucking Rolex, 98% of women don't even know what the fuck a Rolex looks like. Another dude does. That's who the fuck you buying it for. Like you, unless you
No
really like
fact.
that shit. Like
Nowadays, yes, facts. That is hands down. You're not buying it to impress women.
No.
You're not.
the
But that's why
car,
we
they don't
always
know.
like we
No.
question y'all because we'd be like, okay, like y'all care so much about what your dudes care about.
Yeah.
Do y'all want to be with them? Do y'all want to hang out with them more?
Then the dude gets mad.
Exactly, but
Did you call me gay? Like that shit.
That's how you're moving. So
that's exactly what I'm calling.
That's what I'm gonna call you.
Tendencies. Like, I don't care, but hey, it is what it is. Like
that's how you're moving. So
yeah, moving a little different there. But,
I feel like men and women are on creep shit. I'm not gonna say that women are just like exempt.
It ain't even.
It. I don't feel like it's even. No, I feel like men are more on creep shit than women are.
What?
We may be better. I said we may be better at it, but I feel like men are still on creep shit more than women are.
At a certain age, y'all get nasty.
Old women are the most disgusting people on the planet.
50 and up? 50? Because no.
I'm not arguing about that one. I will not. Old women are the most disgusting people on the planet.
Outrageous. I have been accosted by plenty of old men. Old men are the worst in life.
But
old men are gross.
Nothing.
You can't get out of here.
They can't do nothing. I'm talking about capabilities.
You're a lie.
I'm talking about capabilities.
Men are a danger. Men are a danger to women until they die. I don't care how old you are. There's 80-year-old serial killers. I don't give a fuck. You can't tell me men are a danger to women from the day they are born to the day they die. I don't care what you're talking about.
I wouldn't. I'm not saying a danger. Like I'm like as in sexual advances, like saying shit and doing
old
shit.
Men are disgusting. Disgusting, y'all. Like
this shit I've heard old women say.
That whole Viagra wave, those Viagra dudes, the worst.
I ain't never seen
horrible.
I ain't never seen Viagra.
As a woman who has been accosted by old men, they are the worst because they're at that age. You know how old people just really be like, I have nothing to lose.
I'm trying to throw you that coin purse.
Women.
Not the coin purse.
Leather wallet. No. You was trying to throw that one.
Old men are disgusting.
I will. The gas station old men are some motherfuckers, and gas station and liquor store old men. You need them motherfuckers are dangerous.
Them niggas need to go to jail.
Old women in general, like the most common old woman, would say some shit. You'd be like, I don't even know how to carry a purse and makes me want to clutch it.
Okay, I guess it's because I've never been approached by an old woman being a creep.
You gotta hear this shit.
You been to West Hollywood yet? You've been to West Hollywood.
You gotta.
Yes, I've never been approached by an old woman. But maybe
I don't know.
They might. I don't know. The cougars are a lot. Yes.
Go to West Hollywood. Your ass will get approached by a cougar too. I promise you.
Never been approached by a cougar.
You ever just felt like completely dirty about some shit? Like some shit like
yes.
Times that by 10. And then to be a man and just to feel like, oh my fucking God, like, did you just say this shit to me? Like, that shit alone is like.
That's what we deal with on a daily basis, though. Like, young dudes, old dudes, mid dudes, like, all dudes. Like, they just, it's creepy. Like, y'all don't. Whatever, dude. Like, y'all can, okay, one or two old ladies may approach you, but getting catcalled all day, every day, like, it's just a normal thing. Like, y'all may have y'all one nasty moment where you're like, oh, this old lady says some dirty, perverted stuff to me. We got that every day. Like, anytime you go out, I can go outside of my bonnet right now, and there still be some weirdo freaking catcalling me. Like, I will say weird.
This, though. I will say this, because I'm one of them.
You're a catcaller? You're a weird catcaller?
Nah, look, no. When it come to older women, I'll take that chance. But I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll take that chance. Fuck it, I've done it. I've done it twice already. I don't give a shit. I'll try it out.
Okay.
Life changing. I ain't gonna lie, because I'm like, damn, this is what I got to experience?
I don't yuck anyone's yum. It's fine.
No,
women.
It wasn't. I ain't gonna say it was a yuck or a yum. It was just different. I'll just say that.
Women hit their sexual peak way later in life than y'all do. So
and that's what I'm talking. And that's what I'm talking about. Because the word libido People don't know what the fuck that is. It's important once your ass hits like, I don't know, 35 maybe. Like
Women hit their
it should
sexual
get different.
peak in their 40s. Statistically, women hit their sexual peak in their 40s. Men hit their sexual
And
peak
those are
in
the ones
their
I
late
dealt
20s.
with. I don't want to,
Yeah.
real quick, I don't want nobody thinking I was fucking with no 50 or 60-year-old. I was talking about like the 40-year-old shit.
He did it. I
that
synced
shit-
it and I was playing.
Nah, because that shit different. I'm like, ooh, that's my grandmother for real. Like, nah, I'm straight.
Yeah, motherfucker.
But yeah,
Mountain lion. Ain't no
40-year-old black
cougar.
Bro, 40-year-old black and Latino women.
They don't age the same way, so
They get finer. It's scary. Y'all get finer. It's scary as shit. And see, look at you. You're already ready to prey on some niggas.
I already
You see
know. I already know. I'm telling you, if somebody don't wrap this up and put a ring on his finger over here, I'll be somebody rich auntie out here scamming on niggas. Like, don't play with me. Like, I'm waiting. Let me hit 40 and let it be what it is.
Watch, Izzy gonna be like, yeah,
$40 on
some
the desk.
Like, meet your new uncle.
Right.
That's funny.
I've
I've had enough. I've had enough. I'm ending this episode.
Yo, this was fun, man. This was Danielle. Thank you for joining us. This was as fun as I thought it would be.
Thank you guys for having me. It was,
this was something that
a
we
great
needed.
time.
Yeah, this was something. This was like a couple of months in the making for real. Because I had really thought about like who is the perfect person to come on here and really talk to us about male, female perspective, and you're obviously the perfect person. So thank you. Can't wait to have you back on.
Thank you.
We're gonna kidnap your social life and try to get you on here like every Sunday. No, I'm just fucking with you. But yeah, thank you. Thank you for just joining us. And yeah, Kenny, you got anything, man?
Yeah, no, definitely appreciate it. Like, it's nice getting people on who've never been on podcasts and shit, because this is our first year doing this, and just give people some shit to do. Like, so
yeah,
it was a great way to pop my podcast cherry. So thank you guys very much.
Yep.
Well, yeah. Make sure y'all comment, leave us a like on YouTube, all that good shit. Subscribe because it's fucking free.
I don't want to say this, but I gotta reactivate my Instagram and Facebook. I fucking dread it. But
yeah, stop being a weirdo.
Fuck you. Twitter's positive, fam. Fuck you. Like,
full of shit. Nice. That's because they ain't got porn on there no more.
No, because
anyway, we not getting into this shit right now.
NFT.
Yeah. Make sure y'all go follow. Not follow. Fuck. Go buy some merchandise from fairexchangellc.com. And if y'all got some design ideas or some shit y'all want to see, definitely let us know, because we ain't got all the ideas.
Y'all not gonna tell us shit. Just listen to the fucking podcast. Like, I'm tired of y'all. Y'all ain't gonna tell us shit.
You rude ass.
I'm rude as fuck.
People reacted to shit for some reason.
Nah, they be reacting. They be like, I feel offended. Well, say something then. Shit. Like, fuck out of here. Punk ass.
Definitely, we'll see how in the next episode.
Hold on. Danielle, drop your IG and your Twitter.
Oh, yeah, it's all the same. Twitter, IG, it's Chulijoy, CHULIJOY. So.
All right, yeah. Follow that shit. All right, man. We holler at y'all on the next episode.
Bye, y'all.